Gundam Evolution is the latest in cool Gundam video game titles. Mobile Suit Gundam has no shortage of video games to its name. Coming out is Gundam Evolution, a next year FPS game that will pit teams of six against each other in mecha. It still is a little way out, but there are plenty of other Gundam games to try in the meantime, like this, if you can find them. We found a trio of fascinating games for the long-running series. If you can find them, give it a try, and brush your piloting skills before next year. UniversalCentury.net Gundam Online. Gundam Evolution is the first PC MMO for the classic mecha series. For a while, players could jump into the world of the original series' universe. UniversalCentury.net Gundam Online had promised of spanning the in-game globe with battles and bases. Sadly, it shut down just over 2 years after it premiered. Prior to closure, players could take the field to the field in Australia and in one region of space. Once servers closed, some fans opened servers using the open source code provided. While the game never hit its anticipated full potential, you can still pop onto these servers and take your pick of classic Gundams and other mobile suits. Mobile Suit Gundam Last Shooting. As you enjoyed the sleek graphics of Gundam Evolution, never forget where the franchise started. Games wise, 1984's Mobile Suit Gundam Last Shooting. The game was as straightforward as you expect from a game of its era. In the side-scrolling phase, you dodge debris and obstacles, and the first-person setup, you steer and shoot from a mecha's cockpit. Last Shooting was only ever available for the MSX, a computer released primarily in Japan. The first Gundam console gave Mobile Suit Gundam Hot Scramble, followed by 1986. That one nearly got a release in the US, but the localization sadly failed the throne. Not to worry, as we had plenty more made available to us in recent years. Gundam 0079 The War of Earth. Speaking of Gundam games in North America, it's no Gundam Evolution, but those graphics sure are lifelike. 1997's Mobile Suit Gundam 0079 The War of Earth for Earth was the franchise's requested FMV entry, hailing from journeyman project makers Breaststroke Studio. Notably, it's so far the only official commercially released Gundam game for the US. The developer, it also precedes G. Sevier, the live-action Canadian Gundam film that never mentioned Gundam by 2 years. During the game, which you can watch a playthrough of here, you pilot a Gundam prototype, meet Bright Noah, and face off against a cardboard masked Charged Asnable. The game is not fondly remembered by many. Japanese players brag it as Akatsuki and nicknamed this chart the Jin Cormet. Still, we find it really endearing. Gundam Evolution come out next year. Be sure to get training.